Oh my God.
Yeah. My God. This was
Wow.
a
Wow.
biggie.
It was a biggie. This was a huge this is long awaited,
Yeah,
this
I was
episode today.
Fanny. I was a little Fanny fangirl.
You were fanning out a little bit. You were fangirling
Yeah,
out. Yeah, for
I
sure, as you
was.
should, because today's guest is so fabulous. Friend of Oh My God podcast, friend of mine, now a friend of yours, Lisi.
Totally. And friend of the Click series as a 5th grade Catholic schoolboy. Should be.
Absolutely. Friend to the entire Click franchise, friend of ours, Harry Hill, also known as @VeryHarryHill on all social media platforms. He is a writer, he is a content creator and influencer, he is a comedian.
He's brilliant.
He is
He's
brilliantly
brilliant.
funny.
He's very Harry hilarious.
He is very Harry
Oh,
hilarious. He really is. And we just love and adore him so much. We talked about growing up in the suburbs of Chicago and going to Catholic school, being the boy Massey Block of his clique in 7th grade, which I loved. We talked about the new Click series, influencer culture in New York City, everything that Harry has been up to recently, and how he kind of got into this lifestyle.
the first live in and out list.
Yes. And at the
Live
end
to
of the
tape.
episode, we have introduced this current State of the Union segment of the show where we each give our in and out of the week. And you don't want to miss it because I'm running with Harry's personally. I'm like latching onto his in and out
Yeah.
big time.
Oh, and Mean Girl confessionals.
And Mean Girl
That was a big one.
confessionals. There's some redemption that happens, some unburdening ourselves. Harry has such a unique point of view and is such a funny, interesting person. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. So thank you for listening to Oh My God. And please welcome to the show, Harry Hill.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My God.
Oh my God.
Let's get into it.
Oh my God.
Does everyone have a Diet Coke or you're off of them now?
I'm off now, but now I'm going to get so back on them because Harry's influencing me.
That's what he does.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the
We're
show.
so excited you're here.
We're so
obviously.
Thank you for
excited.
having me. This has been such a long time coming.
Yes.
It's one of those things where if you're listening and you've read the Click books, which is why you're listening, same. And this is like an opportunity that like was, I don't have words for it, and it's too big to like. So I kept being like, I can't, like, I'm not ready. And
Oh
so
my God,
finally,
you're crazy.
no, but
God.
now I just turned 31 and I'm ready.
Okay. It's so real. Well, I want to start with talking about how you came across our radar in the first place because it's so wild because we are friends now. Spoiler alert for the listener. Harry and I do hang out socially. It's true. I
Need
know.
you in.
I'm so Alicia right now. I want it.
Yeah.
I'm
But
so beta.
you crossed our desk because you had a tweet that went viral where you said @VeryHarryHill, that girls could take the Gossip Girls down.
And they could. And I
And
stand by that.
I want to know, what did you mean by that and what inspired you to tweet that in the first place?
And I just want to say that's when you came on my radar. I did not
Yes.
know you. I mean, no offense, but like I
yeah.
don't live on social media.
Yeah.
And that got brought to my attention and I lost my mind and I started following you. And I
Yes.
have been truly obsessed with your work ever since. We have so many questions. But yes, let's start with what you meant by that
What did you mean by that?
quote that
So-
rocked the nation.
I want to say there was some discourse happening, and I want to say I saw something about, maybe there was something about Gossip Girl versus like the Click, or something about like how Serena and Blair could like, rule the world, or they're the top dogs. And I was like, actually, I don't think so. I think Massey Block is the top dog, and I think that the Click girls could take the Gossip girls down. And I stand by that. And I would love to see, like, there's no world in which they would like cross paths. I think
Right.
they're different, like
Their
they're-
age differences
their
are
age
significant.
difference, but I stand by it. And I do think that like there is a little bit of like Blair and Massey,
Mm-hmm.
but the Click girls would win.
I think so too.
Yeah, let's discuss why. Because I have an idea, but I want to hear yours unless you'd like me
I
to
think they're just a
start.
little more ruthless, don't you? Like the Click Girls are ruthless.
I think they're more clever. I mean, I think
Yeah.
the Gossip Girls got to where they are purely because of money. And just like they're lording that over everybody's head. They're in the city, they have access to everything. So just by the nature of their surroundings, they're alphas. But I don't think they earned it. They're like Nepo alphas. And even though the Click Girls had money, I feel like they're a lot more street savvy.
They're
They
scrappy.
They're
are.
dogs.
They're
Yeah.
scrappy. They're hungrier. They're a lot
Yeah.
hungrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Gossip Girls want for nothing. The Click Girls like are climbing their
Right.
way on all
Yeah.
fours. Like
Yeah.
they're like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Ellen. They are a lot more like cunning and ruthless, and like they will take you down. They will take
They'll
they
stop at nothing.
they will
Yeah.
stop at nothing. And the Gossip girls give up really easily. If you've ever seen an episode of Gossip Girl, love
Yes.
that show.
For sure.
All of it.
But
Yes.
they they start scrapping at the beginning of the episode, and by the end of the episode they're hugging each other. And in the Click, it's like sometimes we had to go through like a couple books to like mend something that happened. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yeah.
And
Yes.
also, like, the leaks of gossip, I want to say, they were hiding. Like, the Click Girls would come
Yeah.
right out and say it. Like, this was like behind a veil of fear and like, show yourself, own it. And I
Okay,
think
so
every Click Girl would own it.
yeah. No, for sure. So it's wild to me that you read all the books?
I read all the books, and I literally this is how much the Click books I'm trying to find the words. Like, you have no idea. Just being here is like
I can't.
I can't articulate. I
I
remember though.
can't.
I remember the night
Oh,
that I saw the Click book, the first one at Barnes and Noble. I literally remember the night that I got it. I remember walking up, seeing the plaid, seeing the girls, and I was like, I'm getting this book. And that started my Click journey.
How old were you?
Okay.
You're
I
like
was
28.
yeah. It was 3 months ago. No, I mean, I was young. Like, I want to say I was in like 5th or 6th grade. I
Yeah.
feel like you wrote them directly to me at the time when I needed them
Oh
most.
my
I
God.
was
Totally.
I was a little boy in Catholic school, and they were like, I lived vicariously through the Click Girls. Like,
Yeah.
Oh
and
my God. I love that
and
my audience was little boys in Catholic school.
Yeah,
Not what
but
I intended.
but do you think that an element of that also was like closeted gay energy too, of just being like reading about these girls and like
for
knowing
sure,
yeah, like that was
a
an element of it too.
1,000%. And
Yeah.
I
So
love
did you have to hide them?
no, I had really cool parents. I got really, really lucky. I'm like,
Yeah.
my
Okay.
parents were totally cool. Like, they knew that I was going to be reading plaid covered books with girls whispering to each other on the covers. And I acted like a little Massey. Like, I really took pride in being a Massey. I was like, I'm Massey.
You're
Like,
the queen bee. You were
yeah.
the queen bee. So did you have a clique in middle school? And you grew up outside of Chicago, right?
Yes, I grew up in the suburbs, and I mean, I went to school with the same kids from kindergarten through 8th grade, the same 20 kids. So like
Yeah.
those girls, like one of my best friends is still my best friend. We went to school K through 8 all the way
Right.
through. We did have a little clique, and I was very like, girls, let's go to the corner.
Assemble.
Were you a mean
Assemble.
girl? Were you a mean girl Massey or just a leader Massey?
I mean, I'd like to say I was a leader Massey, but I definitely had moments that, I wish I could delete or take
I think
back.
everybody does, though. That's the thing. It's like when we talk about people being mean, we talked about this with another guest recently. Like, we all remember things differently from those like core memories of life.
But those
like,
things that you like wish you could take back, and they like, there's probably like, you could probably count them on like, 1 or 2
Sure.
hands, maybe
Yes.
3 hands, but like,
Also, just like being youthful, though, like you grow out of being an asshole at a certain point. Like, and
Hopefully.
it gets less and less and less because who are like the biggest assholes ever? Little kids.
yeah,
They'll
they're so
literally be like,
scary.
"Mommy, why is she so fat?" Like
Yeah.
they say
No,
crazy
a
stuff.
Suburban
little-
moms run a close second. I'm not going to lie.
A little kid being like, why do you talk like a girl, is always going to be like, it doesn't happen as
Right.
much anymore. since I turned 31.
Right. So I will throw myself on the sword and make a mean girl amends right now. And if we'd all like to make a mean girl amends, we can. If not, we don't have to, but safe space. This one is relevant. So in third grade, Simone Seltzer was wearing white jeans and she was peacocking around like she was the most fabulous thing, flying a little too close to the sun with her confidence, and it bothered me. So oh my God, my heart is beating, put red paint on her chair.
Honey, so
That's
that
where it
was
came
real.
from.
That was
That's
real.
where it came from. I did it. And so I kind of confessed in the click book, but I did that. Oh my God. Are you guys frozen on the
moment of
screen or are you just
silence.
shocked?
I'm just
I'm
gagging.
sorry, but I just had to confess, and I'm
Ellen
It's
is
shocked
gagged.
that
I'm
and
you-
sorry,
I am
Simone
bound.
Seltzer.
No, Simone
I'm-
Seltzer is an amazing name.
I'm sorry.
Simone Seltzer.
It's
Like-
right.
It really is so good. I'm just shocked that you've never told
did it.
me that before. That's insane that I didn't even know that
I
story.
have to be honest, I just forgot.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Right.
But yes, I did that. I
That's-
red paint on her white jeans.
Was there fallout?
Sorry, Simone.
Did she know it was you?
Yes. And then
Okay.
no, because everyone was out for recess and we had just finished art, and I just a little finger and a little swipe on the chair and out I went. Probably Lady Macbeth washed my hands in the sink before I went out. And I did not confess. Oh my God, this is such an amends. So anything you guys can say is going to be a lot
Burden
less.
yourself. It's okay.
I am. I did not confess, and the whole class got in trouble.
Oh my God.
that happens when and one kid does it and one kid is sitting there like
Yes.
guilty as hell. They
Yes.
let the whole class take the
Ugh.
fall. Yeah.
Yes.
I did, and that I'm going to say that was the worst thing I've ever done, and it started and stopped in third grade. But
That's pretty bad. No, I don't really have any mean girls amends, but I definitely have like confessed things to my parents like years later, like bad stuff that I did as a teenager and stuff. Like I'll come out with stuff like that. But I think with the mean girl amends stuff, watch, the comments are going to be like, well, remember when you said this to me in 8th grade? And like literally, I think I've selectively like fully forgotten. I have blocked it out. If I ever did anything so mean, I probably was in such a shame spiral about it to the point where I blocked it from my memory.
yeah, I mean, and
Yeah.
we all act out of insecurity. I was probably wearing like J.C. Penney jeans that were way too short on me, and she was looking fabulous in her whites, and like I was
Yeah.
jealous.
That's what we
So
do.
I am sorry,
Look at
Simone.
Harry. Harry's
Harry
like really
is
I'm-
deep
I'm-
in
no,
thought.
I'm-
He's going
I'm
through the
deep in thought.
Rolodex of like,
I'm literally like, have I ever done anything mean? I feel like I would have to apologize to my brothers. I think they're the ones that I would piss off purposely by being annoying. But mean, no, I'm a pretty good girl.
That's the thing. I think I am too, but I
Okay.
definitely said something like bitchy as hell to someone. It's not, like there is absolutely no way. Yeah, I need to apologize to my mom the most for my
Okay.
behavior during that era. I was a monster in like 7th grade. Oh my God. It was hell on earth. I remember my mom being like, dinner's ready, and me just being like, ugh, like so annoyed, like
I
at the
think-
sound of her voice. It's so crazy.
yeah.
I think I would apologize to Margaret Hall.
See, it's getting real. I'm like Oprah.
No, it's getting real. No, it really is. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it was in, I want to say 5th grade. I want to say I got taken out into the hall, and it was because I think I was like, again, it wasn't like mean, but it was like I just know how to like push people's buttons. And I think I pushed Margaret Halls's buttons like a little too much, and it made her like kind of like snap or something. And then I was like, what? I didn't do anything.
Gaslight.
And so when Mrs. Falkovitz took me out into the hallway,
Not that.
I was literally like,
Not
what, Mrs. Falkovitz? I didn't do anything.
that name is crazy.
Miss
Between
Falkovitz,
Simone Seltzer and Mrs. Falkovitz.
Miss
got something.
Falkovitz, she had a daughter, and she would always complain about her Abercrombie skirts being too short, and she would go into her daughter's room and just cut them so that it would just turn into one pelt of denim and she couldn't wear it.
God.
Help.
She
Okay.
needs to call in and confess some things of her
That's a
own.
lot. Yeah.
Flocky, we're coming for you.
So I want to talk about like how you grew up, what brought you to like the man you are today, the very Harry Hill that we know and love today. So you went to Catholic school. I know that you were somewhat of a theater kid.
I was a huge theater kid.
Okay, so tell us about that. It gets crazy over there. I can speak to this.
So, as a gay kid at Catholic school, I kind of was like Hannah Montana because during the day I was gay kid at Catholic school, and then I would go to Winnetka Children's Theater and be a theater kid.
Slay.
And that was a big part of my education because Catholic school, we didn't know anything about anything, and we were very sheltered, and we talked to the same 20 people all day, every day. And so
Right.
when I met the public school kids, I think that's where I could really like they shaped me
Yeah.
in
You
the same
found
way
your
that the Click
people.
books. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
because I hadn't seen nothing yet until I went to the theater.
Right. And then they're like, come to my basement. I'll show you center stage.
Yeah, no, and
Like,
they're like,
totally.
they had bat mitzvahs and they knew what
Mhm.
pot was, and I was like, "What is that?" And so yeah, being a theater kid, oh, I know now. Oh, I know now.
Yeah. You know what it is now.
And then I did theater throughout high school and went to school for acting
Mm-hmm.
in Manhattan.
To
So
the
I'm
Great Marymount.
Marymount, Manhattan, which is a little
Mm-hmm.
school for gay kids and girls
A bunch of friends that went there.
and
Yeah.
dancers. Yeah, I mean, gay
Yeah.
kids and girls. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
literally the only people I know are
So
gay
I was
kids
gonna
and girls.
I was gonna go to LA for college. Really
Uh-huh.
wanted to be. I just wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be like a Paris Hilton. Like I wanted to be famous for being famous. I was gonna go to LA, and then my friend Olivia went to Fordham in New York, and she was like, "Check out Marymount Manhattan. It's all gay guys. You'll love it." And I did, and their acceptance rate is like 85%. So I got in by the
Oh,
skin of my teeth.
By the skin of my teeth. I
Uh,
probably wouldn't have gotten in, honestly.
I auditioned, like I had to do an audition, and but yeah, they almost like pay you to go there. So
that's
But the
fantastic.
irony being, it's a private school. Like, it's an expensive school.
yeah, it's like
Well, that's a good business model. I accept
It
everyone,
is.
and I'm expensive.
yes, yeah.
That works. I feel like too, growing up, this is my theory, because you grew up at a Catholic school, so you're very sheltered with the same small group of people, sheltered again. I had a very similar upbringing in a Jewish private school.
Yeah.
So very sheltered. And I think it makes goofy people, like in
I
the
think so
best of
too.
ways.
Yeah.
There's something about not being aware of the outside world, being with the same people you've known forever. So you end up becoming like weird siblings, and you just become a little more uninhibited than the people that are navigating public school. At least that's been my theory, because everyone I know, we're just weird and not afraid to be weird
Well,
and
yeah.
funny and like do anything for the laugh. And there's just that thing. And from what you're describing, it sounds like a similar environment.
Yeah.
And there's too many shared memories. Like, it's too small. Like, that's the thing. I feel similarly about people that I was on tour with, because it's like, if it's only 20 people and you're all having this collective experience,
Yeah.
and one day I hate this person, but then the next day we're fine, and then it really does start to feel familial and like sibling-like. Absolutely. And I didn't have that experience at school at all. My graduating class had 1,500 kids.
Ooh.
It was huge, but like my boyfriend went to a private school, and he still talks to the same 10 guys like on a weekly basis that he went to private school with. It's
Well,
insane.
and that is
Yeah.
very cliquish. Like,
Yeah.
but
Totally.
like, you know,
But they're
they
like siblings. Like, they bring up embarrassing shit. They're like, remember when you pissed your pants at this person's birthday party? Like, they literally like mess with each other still, like
yeah,
how my brother and I do. It's a very unique dynamic.
yeah. But yeah, I loved being able to like go to theater after school and
Yeah.
be with the public school kids, and then go
Yeah.
back to my friends in Catholic school, and we were all like, you know, safe and
Massey block.
innocent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could go back, and I could use all the lines that I learned from my public school kids on my Catholic school friends
Oh,
Yep.
that's great.
and vice versa.
You were like a curator of
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
So what culture were you like taking in during that time? Like, what were you what was like 7th grade Harry obsessed with, other than the Click series, obvi?
My Orange Envy phone, Gossip Girl, America's Next Top Model, 90210, like the CW.
Yeah.
I was always
Mhm.
on that. I'm trying to remember when, like, being online became a thing for me, but I've always been online.
Right.
But, like, I was big on Club Penguin, which I don't know if anybody here knows Club
I
Penguin,
feel
but
like
that's,
every
like
influencer's origin story starts with Club Penguin.
I don't even know what that is. For the people over 32, can you please explain?
so Club Penguin
Yes.
is, an interactive game where you would have a penguin avatar, and then there was, like, a whole world that you could go on, and there was, like, a sledding mountain and a town square and a nightclub and a coffee shop and a
Oh my
dock and
God.
like a
Yeah.
lighthouse, and you could dress up your penguin and you could visit each other's igloos and you could buy furniture
Isn't
for
that
your
like
igloo.
Sims?
Yes, it was
Wasn't
like
that Sims?
I
it's a
think Sims was
yeah,
first.
Sims was
It's
first.
like a dumbed down
Okay.
internet game version
Yes.
of Sims,
Yes, it's like a
Okay.
essentially, with penguins.
multiplayer. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you could chat and like if you said like fuck in the chat box, like you'd get banned for like 48
Oh,
hours or
fun.
something.
Right. Yeah.
And then you could pay to be a member, which was like $7 a month or something. And then that meant
Did
that
you
you could
pay?
like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
literally
didn't
like,
pay, but I
if
did participate. But people would be like, let's do Club Penguin later. Like, it was a thing when we were
yeah,
kids. Like, AIM. Like,
yeah.
we used to use AIM too.
See, so
Oh my
AIM,
God.
I didn't get AIM because I was Catholic school, and like all my public school friends were like AIM, and I was just like, it just like
Yeah.
went over my head. I was really big on Club Penguin, but yeah, magazines also. Like I'm a big magazine head. Like I
Were
used
you a
to.
Teen Vogue girl?
I was Teen Vogue. I did
Yeah.
Teen
What
People.
about Sassy? Was that before your time? I was
It
That's
did not.
obsessed.
not us.
I did not have
Ugh,
That's
Sassy.
you would
not
have
us.
loved it.
I
It
know.
was Sassy. It was the
Let's bring that
first
back.
time a magazine was voicey, and like you really got to know the writers, and they had opinions and personalities and points of view. And it was that for me, like, is the thing that turned on all the power in my brain. I was like, I have to be
Interesting.
that. We should bring that back. Like, well, I
No,
guess
we
it's all
should.
over. It's Substack.
Yeah.
It's a million
Yeah, yeah,
things,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was just, it broke every mold.
I
There's
It
know.
wasn't
something
just
about
reporting.
print though. Like
There's something
there's
about print and
print,
having a physical
holding it,
magazine. I do
and
love
getting
it.
Thank you.
home and getting the magazine and opening it, cracking a magazine.
Having to wait for it.
Bing, getting it in
Every
the mail
single
was like such a joy.
Thursday,
Oh, yeah.
People magazine would
Oh,
come and I would sit there and I would read
yes,
it cover to cover, every single thing. Like not a single
totally.
word would go unread. I read every single thing. And
Yeah.
I also credit that with like, you know, being a foundational text for me is People magazine. Reading is my
Fundamental.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
fundamental.
Yeah. I also feel like, again, the like private Jewish school, Ellen being like in a tighter like theater community, you in Catholic school, all the stuff we have all been consuming, at least the three of us, has been this like aspirational, what do the regular cool people do? Because I don't think we knew. Like, I think between the three of us,
Right.
there was this sense of like, we're not part of the cool group. Like,
Yeah.
even if there's cool groups within our group, we're still aware that there's like a whole section of people living out there that have all the secrets and have it
For
all figured
sure.
out and they know how to do it. And we're all like peering through the window, like, how is it done? What's it like on the other side of the glass?
Definitely that. And I also think like during that time and at that age, for myself at least, like I wanted to be adult so desperately. That's really what it comes down to. Like I wanted to be like, I thought like women with like long acrylic nails and like, you know, like
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
like, so did I.
Yeah, I
I've
was like,
always been obsessed with glamour, like always. And I've always been obsessed, like, so even when I was like 13, it was like the fantasy of 13 going on 30. Like I wanted to be 30-year-old Jenna Rink so badly. Like that was way more appealing to me than like being a 13-year-old at that time. I'm like, I want to be 30. I was like the kid stealing my mom's razor and like shaving my legs. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to be adult so badly. And so peering into Vogue and even Teen Vogue and like knowing that Amy Astley, the editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, is telling me that I could buy this bracelet at Forever 21, like this is cool. And I'm like, well, that's all I need to know.
So they were the OG influencers,
They
really.
were. Magazine
Yeah.
culture was huge for
Yeah.
us, like at that time. Yeah, in the early 2000s.
yeah. I'm like, there's so many things that I want to say, but I always thought that I was like, I have this thing with age where I always just think that like everybody's my age. Does that
Mhm.
make sense? Like I have this
Yeah.
thing where like
Same. Yeah.
I just like
Lisi's
I,
the queen of that.
I just
Yeah.
think everybody's my age, and I don't think I've ever wanted to be like like when I was younger, I don't think that I was like, oh, I want to be older. Like I always was just like, oh, I assumed
Same.
everybody was my age. Like everybody's my
Yeah.
age. And even when I meet people today, people sometimes get mad at me because I'll be like, hey, what's up? How old are you? And they're like, and I'm like, no, 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 no. That wasn't like I just,
Because you're like, I need to know how old I am today.
I need to know like where we're at. Like I
Yeah.
just need to know.
Yeah. The thing
Goes over
about
my head a
age
little.
and lying
Yeah.
about your age is such an outdated practice with the internet now. Like, you can't really do it. You can't get away with it the way that you once could. Like, I could lie. I could say I'm 27, but like, it's all over the internet that I was born in 1994. So what's the point?
1994,
Well,
best
if you
year
have
to
a
be
good
born.
Wikipedia like I do and it's
Yeah.
wrong,
Is your Wikipedia wrong about your age?
No
a little
way.
bit.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
pick.
So magazines raised you. You also referred to your best friend. Are you talking about Gwen?
Yeah, Gwen.
Okay, so tell us about Gwen and like, was Gwen in your clique back in the day? Like, it was you and Gwen.
Who's Gwen? Gwen
So
is your like
Gwen,
side.
And by the
your-
way, Gwen isn't even her name.
yeah, Gwen's not named Gwen. Gwen's name is Libby. Her real name's Elizabeth. But
I
we
went to
met.
her bachelorette party, actually.
Yes, in Texas. We met in kindergarten. We were playing with the pink Legos. Again, just like Catholic school vibes. We were best friends throughout all of those years. And then she went to the Catholic high school. I went to the public high school.
Yeah.
Still friends. She went to college in Ohio. I went to college in New York. Still friends. Now she has a baby. Still friends. Like friends forever. Yes, it's
All
endured.
the phases of life.
Yes, and we used to watch the Click movie together. Here's the thing though, is like, okay, so Gwen was like, we were both like awkward vibes until we got to high school. Libby, Gwen,
Yep.
turns into Barbie overnight. Okay, so
Oh,
now
Lisi,
she's like,
the most gorgeous girl.
she's the most
like,
gorgeous, popular girl at Loyola.
it
So
ain't right.
I literally,
Oh,
I knew how big her impact was when I heard guys in the locker room at my school talking about Libby Schwab.
Yeah.
So
wait, so
anyway-
she had a summer I turned pretty moment, like before she wasn't, and then she just emerged.
Yeah, she always had
She
it in
always
her.
was.
But
yeah.
then it was the summer that like, she like got tall and skinny and then her hair was long and blonde and she's never dyed it.
Right.
And so but we always just stuck together. I think I was awkward up until probably like senior year. And I think that's when I started to be like,
Yeah.
I think that's when I started to like kind of understand like how things work. And I was like, oh, cool people, like, because I finally made it to the popular table. And I was like, oh,
Y-
we're like, it's
it's-
not really like what we think it
Yeah.
is.
And the popular girls are like the ones that are at each other's throats the most. Like, that's what's funny. It's like it's a war within. Like, one day you're in and one day you're out. Like, you never know where you stand in those groups like that.
And they themselves, they have their own, they have their own drama. Are we allowed to talk about the upcoming book?
We are allowed to
Talk
talk about the
about whatever
upcoming
you
book.
want.
What do you want to know,
Like status update.
Lisi?
Status update is I'm writing it. I mean, Ellen and I spent a good part of a year, maybe more, outlining it. So there's a 94-page outline that exists that should anything happen to me, someone else can finish the job. But we know exactly everything that's going to happen, and now I'm just writing it. So I would say I've got a couple months ahead of me. I'm not done, but work in progress. And it's really fun. And the whole idea of it is, yes, it's definitely a nod to, it's for Click fans, but my job, if I'm doing it well, is to make it universal, more of a book about female friendship and just all friendship and how we sort of revert back to the people we were when we're around the people that sort of knew us before we knew ourselves. So there's a lot of themes like that in there, and it's really just like you thought you sort of metabolized your demons as you got older, but then you're faced with these people again and you're like, oops, there they are
Oops.
again. I know that
Yeah.
I've done all the work I need to be doing. So it's really a story about female friendship.
I cannot wait to read it. Is it going to
Yeah.
have a cover featuring plaid? Do we know anything about the cover yet?
That's the goal. So to be honest, we haven't settled on a publisher yet. So one of the many terms, because this is the first time I've had a book that I just know every detail of how I want it to be. Like, we want to control every part of it because we know what it is. So I don't think I would go with a publisher that didn't want to do those things.
So you don't
because
think you're going to go with
it is a
Alloy?
Well, Alloy
Alloy's not
isn't
a
a
publisher. They're a
publisher.
book packager. So
Yeah.
they're definitely reading it. They're definitely weighing in on any notes because they did the first series. I've worked with them for years and I love them.
They're
They're
involved.
they're
Yes.
involved as far as
Yeah.
like they'll do a read through and give any notes. But they want it sold as much as we do. So we're just gonna wait till it's done and take it from there.
Yeah.
Can I ask a couple quick questions about the
Anything.
the beginning of the
course.
click? Like
Oh my
how
God.
old were you when you wrote the first click book?
I was, let's call it 33,
My
34,
God.
something like that.
And how long did it take you to write that one, if you can remember?
I can remember I was only given 3 months. So I was working at MTV full time and had this opportunity to write it because I was working in development. Like I was a VP of development and it was my job to find new properties, new shows to put on the air. And so I'd meet with a lot of publishers and I had just a like random meet and greet meeting with someone from Alloy. And we were just talking and I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to be a writer, but like I've got this corporate job and it's great. It's very creative. And he's like, well, would you ever want to leave to write literature? And I was like, ew, no, I don't want to write literature. I want to
Oh my
write books
God.
people want to read. And he's like, okay. So we just started talking and developed the click and sold it for basically no money. And the idea being like, nothing's going to happen with this. I still have a full-time job at MTV. So I would go home at 9 o'clock at night and start writing till like 2 a.m., wake up, go to work and do this. And I was like,
Yeah. Can you
nothing
imagine?
is going to come of this, but I've just always wanted to be a writer. And now's my chance to just scratch that itch. So I'm going to do it. And the first book came out and I started getting like fan mail, which was so bizarre. And I remember
Yeah.
like being at a nail salon, getting a pedicure and like answering all these letters and they just kept coming. And I'm like, there'd be glitter in them. Everything's handwritten. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then the second book, Best Friends for Never, I literally was walking in the West Village to have dinner with some friends of mine. And I got a call from my editor and she's like, are you sitting down? And I'm like, when? She goes, that book debuted at number 7 on the New York Times bestseller list. And
I
I'm
just
like,
got
wait,
full body chills.
what? Like,
I'm
I
obsessed.
remember nothing in my life, but I remember that moment because it
Right.
was so shocking. Like nobody thought this was gonna
And
be
so
anything.
when the second one came out and it becomes number 7 on the bestseller list, do you have plans for the third, Revenge of the
Well,
Wannabes?
so the first contract,
Is the third one right?
was for 4 books.
Yeah.
It was for
Okay.
4 books. So I
Okay.
always knew there would be 4 books.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we thought like pump and
Yeah.
dump, it'll be done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so at that point I was like, huh, I'm locked into this first 4 contract, but by the time the next 2 came out and it was as big as it was, they wanted 4 more.
Yeah.
And so that's when I got to go in with a like big mistake, huge moment and like renegotiate
Hell
and
yeah.
start like getting some things. And then I quit MTV to write full time.
Right.
And
And
that's what I've
so
been doing.
have you reread any of the books since they have
It's
been
horrible.
published?
Yes.
She hates
Yes,
it.
I tried and I can't because I just want to rewrite the entire thing, like all of it.
That was going to
Not
be my
the
next
plots,
question is
but
like,
the
do
writing.
you read things and you're like, I wish I could change that. I wish I could change that.
Oh my God. Less so with the stuff I wrote later because I know what I'm doing now. And
What's your
I'm better
sign?
at it.
She's a Leo.
Leo, Virgo rising.
Yeah.
But
Okay, just because
oh my
I'm very indecisive and yeah, my biggest thing is
what's
just
your
like
sign?
You're a
I'm
Libra.
a Libra. I'm a
Yeah.
Libra sun, Libra moon,
That makes
Gemini
sense.
rising, so all air.
Okay.
Not a
Oh,
foot on the
okay.
ground.
Oh, fuego.
You have
But
a
no, I'm not
favorite.
indecisive. It's just
Do you have a
the
Harry?
writing.
Do you
The
have a
writing was not as
favorite?
good. I've told Ellen this. I don't have a favorite, but the one that was the most magical was Charmed and Dangerous, which is the weirdest answer and the weirdest thing, but I never expected to write a prequel.
Huh?
And the way that all the pieces just fell into place and I was able to somehow figure out what happened before, but all the moves sort of aligned with what ended up happening. It was just like this, the cheesy, like I was in the zone and it all came through. Like that was the zoniest book of them all.
The
Yeah.
zoniest. I love that. And that's the one
Yeah.
with the gold, black, and white kind of like
Yes.
It's
paisley-ish
like
cover.
golden white. Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
exactly.
Yes.
And is that
But
was that the last one that you wrote for the Click series?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
No. Was it? Maybe. I feel like, but didn't I write some like,
There were the
is it
summer
my
ones.
letter that I wrote in the last one?
Yeah.
Tale of Two Pretties.
Tale of Two Pretties. Yeah.
I read that letter recently and it definitely moved me to tears. Like it was a saying goodbye to the community. And it was like, I love this community so much. And I feel like we were so connected. But you have to remember at the time there was no social media. So I had no idea the impact. You know, I knew people read it, there were numbers. But it
Yeah.
was just numbers. And
It's
like you
not
would
like
be getting
now.
these letters. It
Yeah.
didn't. There were no faces. There were
It's
no.
not like now there's book talk where everyone's going on and talking
No.
about books and all. Yeah, it's a completely
Yeah.
different culture surrounding
And
books
so when
now.
Ellen posted the announcement that we were working on another one, and to see all the videos and the reactions that came in
Oh my God.
was the most like startling, stunning thing I've ever seen, because there were all these faces and faces that I didn't expect to have read it, or like it was
Yeah.
it was a very powerful moment.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it continues to be.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the
And
most
to
beautiful legacy to be the writer of the Click books. To
It's
be the
crazy.
writer of the Click books.
And to be so full circle about it too. Okay, so we discovered you because of that tweet, and then I started following you, fell in love with you. You were in Austin for Gwen's bachelorette party, and posted, "Hey, I'm in Austin. Like, tell me where to go and what to do." And I DM'd you, and I'm like, "Hey, it's me, Claire from the Click. I live here, and this is what you should do." And you were like, "Do you want to come like meet for a drink?" And I'm like,
Ugh.
"Yeah, I sure do." And so we went and had martinis at the Soho House. So fabulous.
I'm so jealous.
Well, you
We
were
went and
there in
had
spirit with
martinis.
us because I was literally
You
like,
were.
tell me
And
everything. Like, tell
Harry
me
was one of the
everything.
first people to know about the new book. We hadn't announced it publicly or anything. We were in the early stages. And so Harry is one of the first people like outside of my family
I was
to
on the
know
floor.
about it. You
I
were
was
on the
literally
ground
like,
floor.
no, I was literally like,
Yeah.
I was like passed out.
And your reaction to it, I was like, it was so validating because you were
Yeah.
so excited about it and so supportive. And I'm like, okay, this is the right move. Like, if Harry feels this way, I know other GLUs are going to feel this way. So, and then we were friends ever since. And here we are.
I just want to say that the three of us right now is a really good example that you can meet your heroes, because I remember when I was in Austin and Ellen was like, "Hey, I remember feeling the same way I did about doing this podcast with Lisi," because I was like, "Oh my God, like, but it's Claire from the Click movie. Like, I can't,
Shut
like,
up.
I can't. I know I like literally can't do this." And that's how I feel about doing this podcast. And that's why I keep getting tongue-tied. But I'm so happy that you guys have linked up. I'm so happy that
So fun.
can you guys tell me how you met? Was it on the set of the movie slash did Lisi
Yes.
have
We
a lot to
initially
do
met
with
on
the
the-
movie?
No.
No. I tried to do a rewrite of the script. They gave me the script and
And
I
they
did
were
a
like, "No."
pass. And they were like, "Okay, thanks so much." I'm like, Massey would never jump out of a birthday cake, and she
Mhm.
certainly wouldn't wear that outfit. Trashy. Like, no.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they're like,
Trashy.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
They didn't want to hear from me. But
Right.
they were courteous enough to pretend to be interested in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
And
Well,
I
and
did
you
get to go to
came.
the set.
You came one day, and that's when we
Yeah.
met, and then we did a little bit
Yeah.
of press, but then we didn't speak for 15 years, like at all, and then reconnected via the internet, obviously.
And Ellen, I know you were like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so were you old enough to understand the gravity of the situation that was
Well,
meeting Lisi?
No, I was such a fan. I've told her this. I was such a fan of the books, and your name, like, again, it was so pre-internet, really. I just knew your name, and so it was almost like you were this fictitious like person in the sky, like Santa Claus, or like
I still
almost
feel
felt
that
like
way
it was,
about
like,
her.
totally. Like, I was like, that's
I'd
not
like
even a
you to
real
maintain
person.
that. Can you
Right,
hold on
like,
to that?
And I
there's a
will. There's
certain,
no way I
like,
can't.
Thank you.
There's a sexy anonymity that comes with being an author, I think, that's
And it's
really
over now.
attractive, and it's kind of ending these days. But at that time, I remember thinking of you in that way of like this mysterious, anonymous person that I have no idea who they are. And I think that also comes from so many people have pen names. so many people don't write with their real name. So it's like, and your like author name is your name, obviously, but it's not even your birth name, like
Right.
at
Wait, what's
all.
wait,
Well,
is your birth name? Are we allowed to
I mean,
say what it is?
yeah, no, my birth name is Elise, but I've been known as Lisi
Lisi,
my entire
always.
life. So
Right.
it is my name.
It's your
It's
Okay.
name.
not on my passport, but it is my name.
Yeah.
Right.
And then my maiden name was Gottlieb. So Elise Gottlieb has bloomed into Lisi Harris.
Exactly. Like it's like a totally yeah, that's what I mean. Like it almost feels like a brand or something. Like it's like a different it feels like a different entity
Right.
in
Yeah.
some way. Like even though it's not, like that's fully your name. But anyway, yeah, it's been a crazy ride. It's been a whole
But I have
thing.
the same reverence for you, Harry, because
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
get back
there's
to you.
so much I need to know for real because the shit you post is so beyond funny. Like it is brilliant. And it is, I mean, I have one picture
Thank you so
that I
much.
look at.
Well,
Like,
and
Thank
not
you so
even
much for
just the
understanding
I have
me.
to pull this up.
and here's
I,
the thing, not even
dude,
just the
this.
shit you post.
I can't.
Yeah,
Like this.
Kit, the American Girl doll.
I have that purse. No irony. I literally have it. But I mean, I don't want to sound so basic, but okay, I'll try and frame it in a way that doesn't sound basic. When you started doing this, did you discover your voice through doing this, or did you come to this medium fully fleshed out and like, this is my point of view, this is my brand, this is my
Yeah.
comedy, or did it develop along the way?
And how did the influencer era like begin? Like how did you land
Yeah.
in this whole world?
So I was always on Instagram since high school, and I guess maybe started developing a voice like then, but all through college I had a normal Instagram account. And then at the end of college, my senior year, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Because, like, I don't know if I'm going to be an actress. I was a cater
Actress.
waiter, and
I
I was
love
like, I
you.
don't know. I'm like living in Bushwick, like, I'm doing the whole thing.
Were you
And
always very Harry Hill? Because it's such a good handle.
no, so I started as
Okay.
Louis Vuitton backpack at Louis Vuitton backpack because I got a Louis Vuitton backpack for my 21st birthday.
I'm
I
crying.
mean,
and
rite
I
of
would
passage.
carry it to school, and so I was the guy with the Louis Vuitton backpack, and I would post, like, I had a Finsta that I would post memes
Mhm.
on,
Mhm.
and I was like, wait, I should just like make my own. Like, I can do
Yeah.
this. Like, I would love to do this. And do you remember the account called Beige Cardigan?
No.
Yes. Okay. So
No.
Beige Cardigan is
I
like
don't
a
know
meme
that.
account. It's a
Okay.
meme account. And my whole thing was like, okay, Beige Cardigan. I was like looking around, like, what do I have that I could like personify Louis Vuitton backpack? And so then I was Louis Vuitton
Cute.
backpack.
You get
So
to New York, you're like a superstar, you start a meme account, but you're also a writer. And it's so crazy because you were talking about magazine culture and you just had a huge piece on Anwar Hadid in a magazine.
yeah, so I
Talk about it.
did my first celebrity profile, and it was Bella and Gigi's younger brother, Anwar Hadid. And I need to go back down on my page because I used to make memes about the Hadids all the time. Like, they're really good, like, meme fodder. I've had one post on Instagram get 1 million likes, and it was a meme about Bella Hadid, and she's like sitting on a bench. And I was like, when you're locked into the voice note, or something about
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. I remember that.
I've had a lot of like, I just love being on the internet, and I love meeting people on the internet. Like, the fact that we're
Right.
doing this right now is like,
No,
this is my
totally.
favorite part of the
It's-
internet.
But you're
Yeah.
a really good writer, Harry.
Thank
like, you are a
you.
legitimately,
Thank you so much.
Like, from that piece, I'm going to just quote something because this is beautiful writing. You're describing his eyes. Bright green with rings of yellowy orange around the pupils. Fire pits by the lake. You get the sense that he can open doors and turn lights on with them. I can't. That's
Lisi,
really...
Thank you. So I thought they were going to chop that entire paragraph. Okay, so here's the
I
thing.
love
No.
So I went into that being like, okay, I'm going to go to work as a writer, and I'm going to do my thing. And the Byline editors, that's the publication, it's called Byline, Goots and Megan, they were like, no, Harry, we want this to be like in your voice, like write how you would write. That's why we brought you on. And I was like, okay. So like I had the information that I needed, and then it was like time to have fun, which you guys know is like, it's really fun to be in there tinkering around.
Yeah.
And I really thought that they were gonna be like, "This is queer, like, why are you obsessing over his eyes?" But,
Be
so
yourself. Like authenticity always
But also,
wins.
it's so descriptive and it's descriptive in a fresh way. I mean, the fire pits by the lake, like I can see that. That is good writing. Just
thank you.
hands down. It's
Okay,
just
that
good.
that
It's
means so
good. Don't be
much.
surprised if you see that in State of the Reunion.
Yeah. Oh my God. Totally.
No, chapter
Plagiarize.
7, fire pits by the
Fire
lake.
pits by the lake.
Okay, Lisi,
Yeah.
can I ask like for a piece of writing advice?
God.
How do you do it?
The writing advice, well, it depends. That's a broad question, so I'll give you a broad answer. You have to just show up every day.
Cool.
And
I know.
the momentum is your friend, for
The
real. And it's not
consistency.
consistency and momentum and saying no to lunch is really, really important. Like not eating. I eat at my desk all the time. There's crumbs in my keyboard, aplenty. But I don't meet for lunch. I don't run out in the middle. And if I do, I'm not coming back to finish it off. Like that's just me. I mean, I know everybody has their way of doing it. But for me, having like hours that you are just in the cone of silence, uninterrupted, because you just get further into your head. And like another thing is the stuff that you think of right away, that first draft is usually shitty. It's the stuff that's like at the top of your brain. It's the most cliche. It's right there at the top for a reason. It's the last thing you heard, or it's the thing you hear the most. So it's probably trashy. But if the more you sink into it and go, the you kind of bypass that top layer and you get into the stuff that makes you and your voice uniquely yours, like fire pits by the lake.
I love that you don't go for lunch because I am like Darcy distraction. Like I
You
literally
love to go for lunch.
I love
Darcy
to go for
cannot
lunch.
go for lunch.
I love to chat all day. All day I'm chatting.
No. So here's what I want to say. I designate Wednesdays as my, let's call it Darcy goes for lunch day. On Wednesdays, I get my roots did, I get the nails done. If I have to go to lunch, I never do, but if I do, like it will happen on a Wednesday. You know that's a day you're not writing. Pick the day. And like that's your day for answering emails or paying bills or whatever the thing you have to do that's not as sexy or just the stuff that has to get done. And that's your day. And so when you get like
That's really
that thing in
smart.
the mail, I don't know if you like even get mail anymore, but pretend you do. If you get that bill in the mail,
Unfortunately.
you're like, I don't have to open this now. Throw it in the thing for like Darcy on Wednesday pile, you know? And like Darcy will handle it when she can, like on Wednesday. And
the way that
that'll
you
help you
just
stay focused.
the way that you just took Darcy's hand and fully understood her is the reason
I care
why.
about Darcy.
No, I know, and I just love that so much that
I
you
see
just
Darcy.
grabbed right on, took her
Yeah,
to
I
the
feel like Darcy is that
fire
picture I
pits
showed
by the
you.
lakes.
I feel like
Yes.
that's Darcy.
Totally.
She wants to be out in the world with her white sandals and her hat.
Because-
but Darcy
Yeah.
can't write that book. You're
So
gonna have to do it.
that is really what I want to do, and I want to do a lot more of. And
Writing.
Yeah, writing. I just like because I made a bunch of memes and then the influencer thing like kind of like fell out of the sky and it was this like kismet thing where, you know, I used to stare at pictures of Paris Hilton holding up a Motorola phone at the red carpet event and now I'm standing at the, you know, laundry detergent event holding up the laundry detergent and
Totally.
How does that happen? Can you explain how that happens? How you go from meme to like mascot or
Influencer.
whatever? I just
Okay,
have to make something
okay,
meme
so-
to mascot. I don't know if that's the thing.
Do you remember the website Mashable? Okay, it's like
I don't know
BuzzFeed.
Mashable.
Okay, so
Okay.
2019, I get a job at Mashable and I'm on their culture team and I'm writing like clickbait articles like little girl falls off sled. Hilarious. Love it. Whatever. I'm still posting memes. Like I'm still doing my own thing. Like 2019 was a great year. I loved it. I get a bunch of pitch emails from people wanting me to write about their little pitchy thing. So it would be like, Dunkin' Donuts comes out with a shoe that looks like donuts. Do you want to write about it? And I would always be like, no, sorry, I can't. But one day, this girl, Meredith, was like, hey, I'm with hotels.com. We're doing a competition. We're looking for a pool hop. We're going to pay somebody $10,000 to fly across the country and visit 6 different hotel pools and write about
Oh.
them. I opened up a new tab. The application was like, what's the coolest pool you've ever been to? I Googled coolest pool ever been to, found a pool that looked like a bong. I think it's a bong-shaped pool somewhere, and I wrote a
Oh.
pithy little thing about it, and I was like, "The coolest pool I've ever been to is the thing," and then I applied, closed the tab, went back to Meredith, and I was like, "Hey, I can't write about this for Mashable, but I did just apply, mwah." Forgot about it.
Oh.
2 months later, I get an email that's like, "Hey, this is Meredith. We want you to be the pool hop."
Oh my
Obsessed.
God.
So it
That's
all just went off from
incredible.
there. So that was the big break.
$10,000 in my bank account.
Slay.
I was literally like, I'm in
I'm a
Miami.
Rockefeller.
I'm in Miami
Yeah.
with $10,000 in my bank account. I'll get, can I get some more chicken fingers, please?
Yeah.
Extra ranch.
I was
Hello?
literally like, "Ooh."
Living
So
it up.
I did that, and then I got back to work, and I was like, "Wait, I could actually do this on Instagram. Like, I could actually, like, make this a thing."
Right.
And I had that starter money, so I was like, "Okay, jump then fall, let me try this." That was 2019, like, fall. COVID hits in 2020. Hotels.com is still my, like, main partner. So then I become, like, a partner with them, and then in 2021, I got a manager, and that,
Mhm.
like, changed the game, which is crazy because if you told me in college, like, "Okay, your career is gonna be, like, posting with brands on Instagram," I would have been like, "What does that even mean?" So
Yeah.
it happened at the right time, and I kind of fell into it at
Right.
the right time. It can be hard to sit down and write and focus when your life is so, like, going to events and, like, having to
Yeah.
post and, like, take
Well,
pictures
I
of
keep
yourself and
saying, like, you guys that do all this, you're like social Swiss Army knives. Like, you are
Yeah.
one
It
thing
is. Yeah.
that has to be all the things. You have to be talent. You have to be a writer. You have to know how to shoot it. You have to do wardrobe. You have to be freaking human resources, like all of it. And those are all such different skills. And there's a reason that they have been parsed out to many different people in the past so that the creator can just focus on their job and wardrobe can focus on theirs. And
Right.
it's very exhausting, I find. Like, even the publishing business has changed so much that they expect the author to do all of their marketing. And so, as an author, it's typically an introverted personality type. Now you got to go out there, you got to learn social
and
media.
it's
Like,
such a switch that you have to
it's
turn
such a
on.
switch.
Yes.
So, but
Yes.
you being in with a theater background
Right.
might have given you a leg up because theater's more scrappy than even TV. Like, you're doing all the things in theater.
Well, and it's
And
easy
did
to
it
just
prepare
play a
you?
role. Like, it's easier to play a role when you're doing those kinds of things. Would you agree?
Yes, I don't really like, I think I'm exactly what I am online. I don't
Yes.
have a Lady Gaga in me. Like,
You
I
don't have
would
like an online persona.
I
No, you're authentic.
I
But
don't.
yeah.
And sometimes I do wonder about that, and maybe it would make it easier to differentiate, but,
Yeah.
um, n I just think, like, I'm, like, the opposite of Lisi where, like, the switch I have to turn on is being quiet and writing, because the switch that I'm always, like, defaulted on is, like, social and fun and going out, taking pictures and, like, doing the whole thing. So, yeah, it's just a switch that I need to
Yeah.
turn on a lot more.
You don't have to give up one to have the other. You just have to get more organized and intentional about it. That's all.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
was going to ask you, so in our new book, which you so lovingly asked about and are so enthusiastic about, thank you so much. We do have a character, one of the pretty committee girls is an influencer. And so
Do you want to
there's
guess who? We may or may not tell you, but who do you think it would be?
Is it Wow,
I'm going to
it's
because I don't want the
okay,
people to
okay,
know, but it
perfect,
is.
okay.
But we should get his reaction like, wow.
Do you need any
Yes,
insights,
yes.
tips, tricks?
Yes. And so
Yes,
there's a lot of influencer culture in this character's chapters because she kind of is almost like not quite, but almost living in like a content house situation. Like there's a whole group of them
Okay.
that
That
are doing it.
happens.
And so, like, what is the culture of like the New York City influencer girlies? Because you're in the thick of it. Like, you run around with the best of them, and like you
And
are
I also,
up there with the
yes.
best of them.
And I also, two-parter, want to know how would you get people to is it called sponsor you, endorse you? Like, what is the terminology?
Well, they
Yeah,
all have
so
like managers and
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
Sponsor
yeah.
you? Like,
S
okay,
okay, so
sponsor you.
basically what happens is, like, I get an email and it's like, Dunkin' Donuts is coming out with a new drink. They're doing a collab with Kahlua, so now it's Dunkin' Donuts Kahlua. The campaign is like a ritzy, shiny thing. We'd love to work with you. Send us over your rates. And then my manager, like, does negotiating, and then they're like, "Okay, we're gonna sign a contract, come up with a concept, get it approved, shoot the content, get the content approved, go through all the things, and then
Yeah.
post the content."
That like
So
you're doing all of their
yes, I know.
marketing.
Yes, yes.
It's
And
Yeah.
so
crazy to me.
It is
yes, it
crazy.
is crazy. And like for that one, when you work with alcohol, there are so many rules and regulations. You can't sip it on camera. You can't be by water. You can't be by a car. You can't show other people. You have to age gate the content so nobody under 21 can see it. You have to
Oh,
do all these things that, like, it's really wild. And there's the difference between the brand side and the agency side. So Duncan hires a social media agency to do the marketing for their campaign. And then the agency comes to me. And then I submit my idea to the agency. The agency submits
got
it
it.
to Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts approves it, goes back to the agency. They come back to me. There's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of back and forth.
Wow.
They ended up approving a script. I filmed it. They were like, "Wait, actually, can he like do this?" And I was like over it. Like I was just like I was just like, I don't want to do this. So could get a kill fee, or she could sorry, I shouldn't say
Okay.
her name. There's so
Kill
many
feed.
a kill a kill fee. It's the same thing with I
Yeah.
think publishing,
Yeah.
right? A kill fee, yeah.
Totally.
Sponsored content never does as well as organic content. So the minute people see hashtag ad, they're like, scroll.
Yeah.
Um,
And you have to say it's sponsored, right? You
you have
can't
to. Yeah,
somehow
you have
you
to.
have to.
And it's not even like,
Okay.
to me, there's no reason to not disclose it. Like when people get in trouble for not disclosing it, I'm like, if you're getting paid to do this, like, why do you care
What
about?
difference does it
I'll
make?
tell
Yeah.
you why. It does make a difference. It makes a difference to me because then I'm like, well, I love and respect this person and he is the arbiter of things that I think are cool. But if he's getting paid to do it, is this authentic? Does he really like this stuff? Is his heart
Right.
in it? Whereas it's funny because back in the day in commercials, you'd know that the actor wasn't necessarily a huge fan of the product. You knew
Yeah.
they were just getting paid to hawk it. But
Yeah.
for some reason that's shifted because you're such an individual brand. Like you are the brand. So in a way, it's like I'm looking to you as the brand, and all these things that are sponsoring you are just these little ancillary things in your orbit, but you're the brand I'm buying.
I, th-
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but also like doesn't that make you as a creator be more selective about the things that you do want to put
Right.
out there, because it's like I don't want you're not just going to whore yourself out,
Which I've
you
done.
know. And,
Yeah.
of course,
But we
it
all
makes
have.
me feel as empty
and you
as
feel
any whore
icky.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's an icky feeling because it's like, okay, they're paying me to say I like this thing, which I really don't, and I've never, but it's a good payday, whatever. But then like, because you want your audience to stay with you and follow you for your authenticity, like you need to be honest. And like, if a paycheck comes along with Dunkin' Donuts, which I know you love anyway, so like do the Dunkin' Donuts ad. Like, why not?
So I do think the cost of that, of doing so many branded things, is the cost of your voice, honestly. So it is very much it's kind of like an Ursula thing where the brands are like, keep singing, and you're like, no, but like I want to say this and I want to say that, but I can't say this
Right.
and I can't say that because
Mhm.
then whatever. And I've just I'm a very brand safe persona right now, and with in this next iteration of my voice, I do want to be a little bit less
Yeah.
buttoned
Beholden.
up. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Is
How
beholden.
would you define your voice? How would you define it? Like, what is your brand and your voice? And
I would say that I am like, and I think I've said this before, but I would love to say that I'm like if Carrie Bradshaw and Ferris Bueller had a baby.
I love that.
I love
Wow.
life and I love people and I love when people understand, which is why I love that you love Darcy Day Off. So quickly, so quickly.
Yeah.
Like you guys get it. You guys see
Yeah,
me and
yeah,
you get it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that if I had to describe my voice, I think it would just be like um try like I want I want you to see the world how I see the world. I mean, that's everybody's voice,
I
I
do.
guess.
No,
Like,
but
that's
a
everybody's
great
voice.
example of that was your Boulder trip,
Okay, see,
which
so Lisi, that was
was
that was
incredible.
SpawnCon for the state. Thank you, honey.
Okay,
That was SpawnCon for the
but
state.
but you brought you to you. It was when you said that bush looked like
Emma Stone, the tree that looks like Emma Stone.
stone.
You are
It
so
did.
crazy.
It did. I was dying. And I was
This
there
tree
at the
looks
same
like Emma
time. It was, but it literally looked like Emma Stone. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And I had
Hysterical.
missed you in Boulder by a day. I was there dropping my son off at college. And I was like, if I knew he was there, I
Literally.
came back with a freaking fever blister on my lip. And you
Oh
came
my
back with this
God.
incredible content.
Thank
But
you.
it was, to me, that was such, I don't know, did you feel like that was authentically you? Because it felt that way to
See,
me.
that frame was, and that's what I'm always
Yeah.
trying to like put
Right.
forth. I did a tourism deal with the state of Colorado. I didn't really like Colorado. Like, I didn't really like it
No,
at
I get
all.
that.
And
I
that,
get
and Lisi, that's where it becomes, okay, you're pacing around your hotel room that's comped and
Yes.
everything's gorgeous, but you're like, God, how do I make this? How do I do my
Right.
job? Which is essentially now to like lie and say that I love
No, it's
Colorado.
acting.
Well, it's
Yeah.
marketing. You're
Yes.
a marketing
Yes, and I love
genius.
copy. I love copy so much.
Yes.
Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. My voice
But
is
you
copy.
did bring a spin to it that was not like the board of tourism. Like you brought
Right.
Harry to it.
The
in a
Harry
way
Hill
that was-
flair.
Yes, thank you. The
It
Harry
was
Hill
brilliant.
flair. Oh, I
The
love
Harry Hill flair.
flair.
Also, is your name Harold or are you Harry?
I'm Harrison.
Harrison.
My God, Harrison. We could open a law firm.
No, I know. And how cute would a
Totally.
boutique Harrison
Harrison and
be?
Marlowe.
Harrison,
Yeah.
Harrison,
So
and
cute.
Marlowe.
Harrison
Marlowe,
That does sound
Harrison.
like an agency.
I could do an
HMH.
agency. Maybe we should have a content creation agency. The
Yes.
Oh
three
my
of us.
God.
We'd be good.
I will tell you a funny
That's
story.
fun.
Is that
Please.
in 2020, first time I get COVID, and I have a contract with Milk Bar in New York City, and it was to do a taste test of their holiday treats. So now I can't taste. I can barely get out of bed. Content's due. I get a brown paper bag of every treat. I set up my camera. The light outside is fading. I pushed this off as far as I could. It's now or never. I have to make this content. Hey guys, okay, so this is the peppermint mocha brownie bite.
For those that are just listening, Harry is motioning, spitting out the peppermint mocha
So
brownie
I
bite.
try all the snacks, spit them all out. I can barely move. Then it gets whitelisted, which means that they pay you more money so that they can boost
Yeah.
the ad. So now my COVID self spitting up these treats is whitelisted.
my
It's on everybody's feed. Guys that I've hooked up with are like texting me like, haha, just saw your Milk Bar thing. I'm like dead in my bed, mortified.
Perfect.
So that was so much fun.
Just influencer tings. Is there like mean girl culture amongst the New York City influencer girlies? Like what goes on up there? That's what I want to know.
It's got to be scrappy.
The thing that I would say about New York City influencers is they are literally just girls. Like it, and I definitely have a different vibe and interaction with everybody because I'm like the gay guy of the group.
Yeah.
And I hate girl on girl crime. It's like my biggest nightmare, and I try to mitigate it anytime I can. But no, it's literally just girls. There's nothing to complain about. Their job is to do their makeup and look gorgeous, and they do a good job of it. And people on snark Reddits and comment sections it's just not that deep. Like they're really just girls.
Yeah, everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's staying in their own lane. Like
I think the
just-
last
yeah.
biggest one was like Hallie Kate versus Sophia
Sophia LaCour.
Sophia
yeah.
LaCourt or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird as
Yep.
hell.
I kept up with that whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun to watch, but like, come on, we need like Lindsay versus Hillary. Like, we need some like real, like early 2000s, like actual drama.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bring back Y2K drama. No,
Yeah.
and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah,
here.
and
that's
I know.
exactly what
Yeah,
we're
we
trying
I
to
know.
do.
And I cannot wait to read what you guys have them getting up to because
my God.
yeah.
I can't
Well,
wait to
yeah.
put it out there.
big announcement to the Oh My God listeners. Every week, Lisi and I and our guest are going to provide our current State of the Union, one thing that's in and one thing that's out for this week. And so we have asked Harry for his in and out, but I will start first. Lisi, you go
Okay.
second, and then
Okay.
Harry will be the finale of the current State of the Union. And that's just going to keep us all like on track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my current State of the Union: in, yoga; out, Pilates. This is like a big deal for me, as you
were
know.
just so hardcore Pilates last week. What's
I
happening
am
to you? I don't know you anymore.
This is why it's the current State of the Union. This is happening at this moment. So I have been a Pilates girly forever. And for the past 2 years, I've gone 5-6 days a week. Like, I'm addicted to it. And I abandoned yoga. And fun fact for the subscribers, the listeners, I'm a certified yoga teacher. So,
Okay.
like,
I don't know you at all right now.
I'm a
at
yogi.
all.
Namaste. Shavasana.
Namaste. Yeah,
No,
namaste.
chaturanga.
And so,
Right?
so
Welcome to our chaturanga.
what was interesting is that I got my yoga certification during the pandemic. I did the whole thing remotely. It was like months of school. It was so much work and like thousands of dollars. It was like a whole thing. Haven't taught a single class. One thing about me, I hate school. Like, if you put things in the format of school, it'll make me hate the thing. So by the time I was done with yoga school, I was like, I'm not doing yoga for like a while. And also, in-person classes weren't available
Namaste
yet.
with Pilates.
And so then when I got back into like group classes, I started going to Pilates. My gym has incredible Pilates classes. And as of Labor Day weekend, I took a yoga class when I was in Idaho. And I was like, why did I ever leave this? I can't believe that I've just completely abandoned this huge part of myself. Like, I was such a yogi for so long. And so now I'm back to doing yoga. I went yesterday. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm still doing Pilates. But in terms of like, I'm still doing it. I still love it. I'll still be that girl like always. But I'm back to the mat and I'm loving it there.
Welcome back.
I love yoga.
Welcome back. Yeah. Oh, love. Love, love, love. I used to go to Y7 in New York City like
I
6
had
days a week.
biggest Y7 kick, but then I got as
Yeah.
far as I could go, and now I lift weights. So
That
Good for your bone density.
it is
Yeah.
good for you.
Good choice. Good
Lisi,
choice.
current State of the Union.
Okay, so I've been extremely bugged lately by Christmas carols in stores right now. I think
Already?
yes. Dude, there was freaking Halloween candy at Ralph's in August. And I'm like, you know what,
Enough.
people, too soon. So on the out list right now is Christmas carols. And I am the Christmas Karen. So I'm going to be Christmas Karen in, Christmas carols out.
Christmas carols are definitely out. It's October 16th. That's insane.
We need to just like not even open that door till D1. Like,
no.
let Thanksgiving pass, like, enough. And it's not just because I'm Jewish and I feel left out, although that happens, but that's not what this is. I just don't need to hear fucking Christmas carols right now.
It's way too early.
1,000 degrees out. Yeah.
No, it's
There it
way too early. Yeah,
Harry?
totally in agreement on that. So
Thank you.
out celebrating holidays too early.
Out Christmas carols in Christmas Karens.
I just spent the last 7 seconds trying to think of a Christmas carol that I could sing to you but I'm not going to.
Because you are a button pusher.
No,
as
I
you
know.
established.
No, I was literally like, I
Full
don't even know
circle.
any. Okay.
Right?
Harry Hill's current State of the Union. Let's hear it.
So it's so funny because I totally forgot that they have to be like,
Matchy matchy.
they have
They have
to,
to speak to each
they,
other.
yeah, no, they have to. So,
Yeah.
so my in was going to be Troye Sivan perfume and my out was going to be protein. But as we're talking, okay, so those don't go together. I
I'm
will just say
crying. You're so
Oh.
funny.
Troye Sivan has amazing. I have one of his scents right now, and I'm
Really?
literally addicted to it. It's the best.
What
It's
is
so
it?
good. It's called. I mean, the scent that I have is called Luca, but his brand is called Yor, which is like Yiddish for something. I don't like the name because it's weird and you can't say it, but Yor, and it's Troye Sivan's perfume.
Okay. Why Yiddish? Troye Sivan.
I
does
don't
not
know.
sound
No, because
Yiddish.
Troye Sivan is from Australia, so I don't know why he went Yid with it.
Why is he? Why is he appropriating Yid?
I don't know, but I really don't know.
Dude.
So, but now here's my
Not the
real
sexiest
answer.
language.
Here's my
It's
real
crazy.
answer. In, butter, out, protein. So
Yeah.
I recently got a butter bell. Anybody heard of a butter bell?
Yes, of
The thing you
course. I
keep
want
Oh my
one.
god, Lisi, you put it on
And
it's
then
a
you have
little
soft butter.
Lisi, it's a
I
little
always have
it's
soft butter.
no, it's a how? It's a little
I leave
ceramic
it on the counter.
in a little glass dish.
Yeah.
Okay, so the butter bell is this thing. It looks like I guess it looks like it looks like this, but with no like
Handle.
handle.
A mug.
Okay, so,
Harry is holding up a
yeah.
coffee mug at this moment, you
You
guys.
fill up the bottom with a little bit of water. You fill the top part with your butter, and then you put it in so it like stays fresh.
Really?
You've never seen
My
this?
butter always is fresh. I don't know. I don't have a freshness issue with my butter.
No, it's
but
okay.
I like
And
this.
no, and that's totally fine. But my bagel order is also a sesame seed bagel double toasted with butter. And I just think
Oh,
butter, like butter and bread is
right.
like the only like
Yeah. Like back to basics.
no,
Okay,
back to
so
basics.
like if you wanted to save this for Thanksgiving, let's say, you could do in Butterbell, out Butterball
Okay.
turkey.
Okay,
Like for
yes.
the
Okay,
right.
yes. Okay, that's why yours is
Right.
Christmas Carol, Christmas Karen. That's why
Right.
it works. And
It's the
yoga,
magic.
Pilates.
I'm not clever enough to come up with something. I'm just like yoga, Pilates.
No, this is
It
making
is what
this
it
is making me
is.
want to do a State of the Union like every day to just like get my
Yeah,
juices
Like a
flowing.
tutorial.
Yeah.
It's like better than Sudoku or connections.
Yeah.
Like it really works the brain.
And so you love your Butterbell. It's been a good journey.
Out is protein just because
Okay.
I think we got to the top of Protein Mountain and I think we're good. Like
We've proteined too close to the sun. It's too much.
have you guys had
Yeah.
the protein cold foam at Starbucks?
No.
No.
So why am I getting a cold brew with protein cold foam, protein
know.
pecan cold foam?
What does that
Like,
even mean?
I don't know.
Also, like, what's in that?
And it's like
how
no, I
many
know. And
chemicals
they're
and
like
ingredients
they're
are in
like
that?
15 grams of protein.
How?
What does that
It's
mean?
foam.
It's foam.
It's-
And it
it
tastes the
would
same and
say-
it's crazy and it doesn't make any sense. And I just think like let's pack it up.
Protein's done. Pack it up, protein. Go
Pack
with
it up.
kale. You heard it.
Protein
it is.
out. Well, I think we should do a little wrap up because we're at an hour 30.
This was the best.
I know.
I don't
This
want it to
was
end.
the
I know
best.
Harry,
either.
Can we exchange numbers
Yes.
and become
Okay,
friends?
yes.
And when
I
I'm
was
in New York,
I was literally gonna ask that.
literally gonna hang.
We need a group chat.
I'll start
ASAP.
a group chat.
Yes.
I'll start one because
Okay.
I have both of y'all's numbers. So I'll
But
start
we're
a group
now
chat.
official friends. Harry, it's on. Like anytime
It's on.
you want to run something by writing anything.
Okay.
Your outfits are spectacular. I mean, your style.
I think I have style. I don't know if I have fashion sense. And I think they're two different
you don't
things.
want that.
I
You
think
have
you want
incredible style.
I think you want
You
style.
want style.
But
Agreed.
sometimes I do. Sometimes I am like,
I think
Wah,
I'm the
wah, wah.
opposite. I think I have fashion sense and I don't have style.
In
like-
style, out fashion. There, I said it.
I have good like taste in terms of materials and textiles and things, but I don't style things well.
yeah,
I'm
but
too boring.
you do actually. But you do. And also, I feel like you're so pretty that like you don't need
doesn't
like
matter.
you don't need like any like I
Like a
like
black
you like
turtleneck
right
would
now
work.
you with a black turtleneck and some red nails
Yeah.
is like, oh,
That's it.
hello, Teen
I'll
Vogue
take it.
editor.
You're done.
Teen Vogue, yeah, or like Elizabeth Holmes.
No,
score,
both of
like,
you
very
guys,
much
both
that.
of you guys are just so stunning visions.
Oh my God. Harry, where can everyone find you on the internet? And is there anything that you want to plug before we go? Anything we should be looking out for?
I am gonna start a Substack.
Woohoo!
Welcome.
Welcome to the community.
So stay tuned for that. But you can find me on Instagram at Very Harry Hill. TikTok, same. Twitter, same. Threads, same.
Brand consistent.
I have one question for you guys, which is what if I just got rid of the very and I was just Harry Hill?
I like very Harry Hill.
Okay, so we like the very. People are always like, I love the very. And I'm like, well, people love what they know. And
Well,
Yeah.
Why do you want to get rid of it? Let's start with that.
I think I just want like a little like mature, fresh start.
I understand that. But
I know, but I like the
you'll
very
do
Harry
that
I
on
know.
the cover of your book. Like
Yes.
you'll get that when
Yes.
you put your book out.
True.
And
Uh-huh.
you start writing like your articles that
Yes.
are Harry Hill.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
No, I say keep very Harry Hill. I think
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
been so consistent for so long. Why mess with a good thing?
Yeah, don't break it if it's not, don't fix it if it's
Yeah.
not broken. Don't break it
Yeah.
if it's not
Yeah, if
broken.
it
Yeah.
ain't broke, don't
Yeah.
fix it. Just let it be. We love you so much. Thank
I
you so
love
much
you
for coming
both
to the pod.
so much.
Obsessed.
Lisi, thank you so much for writing
Harry.
the clickbooks. Ellen, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for bringing Claire to life. Thank you both for being exactly who you guys are. Thank you for letting me be exactly who I am. I
Safe
just
space.
adore you guys. So thank you for
Namaste.
having me
Love you.
on.
Thank you for being here beyond.
No,
Yes,
thank
we
Obsessed.
love
you.
Can't
you.
wait to be best friends.
No, it's
Feel like I'm
still
going to in my
like this is the
recording.
this is the moment where it's like, are we still
It's
recording?
like you hang up.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you
I know.
so
I
much
know.
for listening to this episode of Oh My God with myself, Ellen Marlowe, and
Lisi Harrison.
And we want to give a special thank you to our producer, Isabella Betcher. She is fabulous. She is new to the pod, and we are loving having her here.
Yeah, you're going to see this podcast get a lot better real fast.
Absolutely. As well as our graphics designer, Bella Tamayo, who is a goddess and a genius. We love you so much. And thank you to our guest today, Harry Hill. If you want to hear more of our podcast, we are available everywhere that you can find podcasts: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Substack. All the places. Check out our Substack, stateofthereunion.net, and we will see you on the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Love ya.
Love you. Bye.